So in 2026, we're seeing a massive decoupling in the cloud market. For years, the conversation has been dominated by AWS due to their sheer footprint. But for someone who's been in the cloud for quite some time now, I've realized that the market share is a lagging indicator. It tells you who won the last decades of lift and shift migrations. The AI boom has changed the physics of the cloud. It's no longer about who has the most data centers, but it's about who has the most efficient inference pipeline. So I'm betting my career, my platform Maqtba.com, that Google Cloud will surpass AWS in the future. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why. Let's first talk about hardware. So AWS is fundamentally a real estate company for NVIDIA chips. So they buy H100 and H200 chips just like everyone else. Now, some of you might say that AWS have their own chips like Trainium and Inferentia, and they do, but there's a difference between having a chip in a rack and having a vertically integrated AI factory. Google has been playing a different game for over 10 years now with their TPUs or their tensor processing units. In 2026, we've hit the inference wall. If you're building an AI-proof startup, your biggest overhead isn't your developers, but your cost per token. Google's TPU is natively stitched into the GCP fabric. So if I look at the cost to performance ratio, GCP makes AWS look like an expensive legacy provider. We're not just renting computer anymore, we're renting vertically integrated silicon. And this is the foundation of the AI boom. If you own the chips, you own the margins. Now, the biggest headache for a senior cloud architect on AWS is the Frankenstein effect. You have SageMaker for training, Bedrock for managed models, and you've got Lambda functions that act as the code that holds it all together. So it's a mess of IAM roles and networking settings. But in GCP, Vertex AI has solved this by making AI an atomic service. So it is the central nervous system of the project. Think about the digital trash detector we built in the previous video. On GCP, I can trigger a cloud function via event arc the moment a bucket is modified, pipe that metadata into Vertex AI for a sanity check, and update a BigQuery ledger, all without leaving a single unified security boundary. In my personal experience, the speed of iteration on GCP is almost 3 times faster than that on AWS because you're not fighting the platform, you're actually using it. Now, data is only as valuable as the engine that processes it, while AWS Redshift is still pivoting to find its identity. BigQuery has become the ultimate multi-model refinery. In 2026, BigQuery is vector native, so you no longer need to export data into an AI model, you just bring the model to the data. This is critical for FinOps and data governance. In a professional DevOps environment, moving large data sets across service boundaries is a security risk and a cost center. GCP allows for inference directly inside an SQL query. So this level of integration is exactly why I'm betting on this stack. So whether it's managing high-scale telemetry or scaling platforms, the efficiency of the BigQuery engine is the gold standard for 2026. So if you're applying for a cloud architect role and your resume only mentions EC2 or S3, you're applying for a job that is already being automated away. You need to be a senior auditor who understands Terraform, Pulumi, and GCP's AI integration. I believe AWS had the last decade of virtualization, but Google has this decade of intelligence. Now, that's it for today's video. I hope everything was clear. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you in the next video.